Max Kaiser, about the speculation where the trillions of dollars are going for. My speculation is they're relocating the empire. The empire, the same empire in Egypt, was relocated to Rome, was relocated to Britain, was relocated to the USA. That's why you have obelisks all over the world, in the Vaticans, in Washington, in Britain. And now I believe they're relocating the empire from the USA to their favorite child, Israel. What do you think?
I would say more China is the new model because they exterminate their people, they sterilize their people, they carry out the eugenics. But let's get a comment from Max Kaiser on that. Thank you, Doc.
Yeah, I think they're untethering themselves from the physical world, and it's all basically on a database. So it's a movable feast, especially as various parts of the ecology collapse. You want to be mobile. So if there's a huge flooding in one state or one city, you want to be able to set up shop at a new city, and you don't want all of your assets tied up physically, geographically in those assets. They're all internal in the global database that you have access to, and that's why this new group of folks are going to have exclusive access to. They already have these people. I mean, if you have the jets and you have the mobility and you have the access to the cash, geography is no longer a factor.
And the global database is also used with the no-fly and the no-buy to where we can't have jobs and live. They turn us off, and they're outside the nations they set up as tyrannies. They're outside, exempt from the laws that they made for us. Let's talk to Jeremy in California and then Dan in Germany. I'm going to twist Max's arm to stay with us till 29 after, if he can do it. Jeremy in California, go ahead.
Hey, man, I do have a comment for Max. Actually, a question, and I have a comment for you. I'm a .TV subscriber and have been for years. And I have to say that yesterday, your conversation with Steve Quayle and taking it back to the spring, I have to say that you really have been painting things with wide swaths so that you can say that you called something. And, you know, the broadcast you did back in the spring where you had your special Saturday broadcast, you literally changed directions in the course of less than a week. Yesterday, you were on Coast to Coast, and you changed your opinion last night in less than 12 hours with Nori. You said, well, I think it could be a big hoax. And then 12 hours before that, you're on with Steve Quayle, and you guys are saying that it looks like it's 80% that this is the real thing. And, I mean,
No, wait a minute. Stop. Put him on hold. Okay, we have a guest on. That's why I said it was on this issue, but I will address this. I do a radio show, a TV show. What I've said is on record. So it's not like I came in the start of the year in January and February and March and said, I believe they're going to try some flu thing, whether it's a hoax or not, as their cover. Then it happened in January. Then I got the level 6 document. People didn't believe it. Then it was proven mainstream news to be real. The MIAC report, the clergy response teams, all the stuff we break. And I said they're moving big on this, whether it's a hoax or whether it's not. And I have guests on that say they think it's the big one. And I had Dr. Nyman on last hour saying he believes it's real, legitimate, take the vaccine. We're having lots of different views and ideas on, and I've always said it could either be a hoax to sell vaccine or it could really be deadly or they could be releasing it. I'm always, if an open debate and discussion confuses you, then I would just, get more vitamins, increase your mental acuity. But if you want to invent controversy on what I'm saying, be a lawyer, knock yourself out, make crap up to the jury. I don't care. I stand on my own. We're definitely riding the storm. The only prediction I made was that we were going to have serious flu hysteria of one way or the other on March 5th on this show. Then I went on air during the flu situation and said it could be big, could be real, had different guests on. I'm not the one that created the hysteria in Mexico and here. There's been a psyop that's tried to claim that. Good. Send me more listeners. It just makes me bigger. People actually find out when I'm covering, not what people say. And yeah, I went on Coast to Coast last night and I said, could be real, could be not be a big deal. I know they're using it as a police state takeover. Then I had Dr. Nyman on last hour saying he thinks it's real. And I was arguing with him, hoping it's not real. What I know is real is the government's using this for control. You got 30 seconds, Jeremy, because I want to take some more calls from Max Kaiser. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Thanks, man. I do want to ask Kaiser a quick question, but let me just say to you that the reason that I pointed that out, Alex, is that because painting it with a wide swath allows you to say in retrospect that you called it. And that's why I think it diminishes.
All right, listen, that's enough. Put him on hold. Listen, I did call 9/11 specifically. I did call all these big events. I know what I'm talking about. I did 3 years ago say they were going to implode the stock market and do all this. I'm done talking to you. Ask your question of Kaiser, okay? You're just jealous of the show like so many other neurotic people. I'm trying to save this country. I'm for real. If you want to manufacture crap about me, knock yourself out. You got 10 seconds to ask Kaiser a question.
Thanks. Kaiser, Arianna Huffington is definitely an appendage of the White House machine. And what are you doing participating in a known disinfo website?
Okay, there you go. This is a guy who's got an ego trip for himself. Max is judged by his fruits. He does Russian TV, Iranian TV, British TV. I've had them offer me to write pieces, and I just didn't have time to do it. He is a columnist. They carry his stuff. That's a McCarthyite or Obama-nite, like they're doing now, by guilt by association. Max Kaiser stands on who he is, twit. You're just mad that you're not successful, and you hate anybody that is. And you're what's bringing this country down. Max, go ahead.
Well, thank you for that ringing endorsement, Alex. A couple of points. You know, as you say, I put my content out on any venue that I can. Now, in the United States, the Huffington Post is the only place that publishes my stuff at all because of my close friendship with Alec Baldwin, who really got me onto the Huffington Post. And I asked him specifically if he could do that as a favor for me to get me introduced to them. And they have... to their credit, they have been playing my videos from Press TV, which is, of course, comes out...
Which is attacking Obama. They're the only big organ that has any Soros connection that actually attacks him. But I mean, regardless, what you say and do is what you do. That's what's judged. My God, if we lease a satellite, we get attacked for being on the radio. Deal with the issue, moron. We don't have time for your thumb sucking anymore. Max stands for what he is. He's gone out against Obama. That's not enough for you, though, because you're Mr. Know-it-all, you son of a bitch. I'm just sick of cowards. I'm sick of people that Max, I apologize. I just, Dan in Germany, final caller for Max Kaiser. Go ahead.
Hello, Alex. Am I on
yes,
the line? On there?
Yes, you are.
First of all, I'm a big fan of the show. I'm a big fan of Max, and don't let yourself get too irritated by those stupid callers.
No, listen, I don't mind people disagreeing. They go to the head of the line. It's that I'm sick of intellectual dishonesty. The information I cover is what matters. What Max covers, make your own decision. They make excuses not to get involved, not to take action. All they do is critique us in the trenches trying to stop this thing. I'm sick of them. I don't like them. It's not that they're criticizing me. I don't like them as a person because I see what they are. Chicken neck pieces of trash. Now go ahead and ask your question.
Absolutely. My question